lovable. Create a map for your mind to focus on that from today. My name is Karmen. I am helping you to create your desired reality by drawing. I use the structured and powerful drawing method of Neurographica as my tool. You are lovable. Do you feel that? Most people, or many people, feel not lovable because they have not been seen as they were a child or a youth growing up. Their voice did not matter, like we had not been treated kindly. And we keep on treating ourselves that way until today because we have internalized that thought and belief, I am not lovable. I am not worth being seen. I am not worth being heard. So we came to that conclusion, we are not lovable. And the good news is we can do something about that by drawing a map for our mind to focus on we are lovable. We can change that imprint completely today. And that's what I intend to do with you. I guide you through the whole drawing process. All you need is a pen and a paper and the desire to create your future as you want it to be. You are lovable. Let's draw that. Let's make it visible for our brains and let's act accordingly from today onwards. Before we start drawing today, I want to thank my new subscribers for subscribing, and I want to invite you all, if you feel this video is helpful for you, to like the video, to leave a comment, and to also check out my guided healing sessions in my bio and also in the video description. So, I'm very glad to see all of you and to draw with you now. We use the 4 bodies algorithm of Neurographica for our drawing today. The 4 bodies are our physical body, our emotional body, our mental body, and our spiritual body. And we will work with these 4 bodies on our topic. I personally like to use a paper which is a little bit thicker, but you can use any paper that you have. And I'm using markers of different thicknesses, one thin one, one medium one, and also a very thick one will be needed. If you don't have a very thick one, you can also create more lines with a thinner one. And in Neurographica, we always activate our topic by writing down associations on that topic for 2 minutes. And it's about activating our consciousness to that topic. It's not about thinking about the topic. It's about writing down whatever comes into your mind in these 2 minutes. The less filters you apply to yourself, the better. So you're just writing down whatever comes to your mind in these 2 minutes. So, the paper today is upright position. And our topic is I am lovable. So you can expect to have resistance coming up. And that's why you don't filter. You write down your associations on that topic now. So, what are you feeling now, looking at your words? Feel into your body. Your body is storing the memories of your belief systems. So, whenever you address a topic like that, your body will react. So I want you to feel into your body and to notice what it is saying and where it is like tensed, and to let that be. So now we turn the paper and we take our thinnest pen, which we have at the moment. I want to take that one. And we start drawing, and we draw 4 circles. We draw 1 circle at the bottom and all on top of each other. We don't think, we just draw. Start drawing 1 circle at the bottom, any size you feel it. Then you draw the second one, any size that comes up. Every size is right. We'll do something with that in a minute. So if you have your 4 circles, the next thing you do is you mark the axle of your paper, like the middle axle, and that's like the construction of our drawing. Aha. I need to do something with my pen. Don't know why it's not working at the moment. Here it is. So I sometimes like to use my ball pens, but obviously they need the ink inside. So, but I don't, yeah, I am not like, this is the rough structure, and now we are working with that. So as you can, I don't know whether you can see that in my drawing, but there's this middle axis. And now I'm like, define the middle of my circles. And I see that they are a little bit off that axis. This is on the axis and this is off as well. So the first thing I do, I move my circle on the axis. So this is one circle. This circle is also to the right, so I move it a little bit left. So I put my circles like on this axis, because it's like my spine, it's like upright. This is already directly on the axis, and this one is a little bit to the left, so I put it a little bit more to the right. So we are adjusting our circles to bring our four bodies. This is like the circles represent our four bodies. The first thing we do is we bring them in alignment with the upright axle, with our spine basically. So, and now I'm telling you what these circles represent, and you can write it if you want. So the first circle represents our physical body. The second circle represents our emotional body. This circle represents our intellectual body. And this one represents our spiritual body. So as you can see in my drawing and in your drawings as well, the circles have different sizes. And the sizes of these bodies, of our bodies, our four bodies, are related to our topic, to our emotional condition, to our imprints on that topic. And I'm not surprised that my circle, my intellectual body, is really big, because for many, many decades I have been used to think and act as if I would not be worth, I would not matter, and I would not be lovable. So this is very, very big. Like, I didn't like plan to do it like you. I just created these circles without thinking. And still you see the emotional body is quite small, which I actually want to have much bigger, because to be lovable means to have my emotional body active. My physical body is also part of being lovable, and my physical body has stored all these beliefs about me being lovable or not. They are stored in my physical body, and in yours as well, obviously. And then we have the spiritual body. And now I can feel and readjust the sizes of my bodies. And I make them the size I want them to be, and I feel that they are right for my topic. So first thing I want to do is I want to reduce the size of this intellectual body. I want to make that much smaller. And that's what I do here. I make it much smaller. I make it the size which my emotional body is at this moment. And don't worry about the circle which is still visible. We will do something about that afterwards. I want to also have my spiritual body much more involved. I am worthy and I am lovable. And it's also supported from the divine. My physical body wants to know that it's lovable. I even want to make it bigger because I am working with my physical body to anchor this knowledge that I'm lovable. I want it in all my cells. I want my body to know you are lovable. My physical body. And I want my emotional body much bigger. Oh yes, it's quite big. And now I check whether I like it. Feels scary. Oh, such a big emotional body. But yes, I want to be brave. I want it to be big like that. And I ask you to readjust your circles according to your needs and feel how it is to draw them this big or that small. What comes up? Like I am drawing circles around my emotional body, and I'm always using neural lines, which are lines that flow organically. They don't repeat each other. In Neurographica, we always use organic lines, never straight lines. We want our brain to understand. Hoo-hoo, so I tell you, my emotional body has grown that big. It feels a little scary, but it feels right. I feel expansion in my breast. No, I feel expansion in my chest. And I literally feel it's opening up the area of my heart. My physical body feels a little bit, I don't know how does it feel? I draw some lines around here. My physical body, how does that feel now? It feels a little bit confused. It's tingling, my feet are tingling. Physical body needs to readjust to this information. But yes, I want it to be big and to carry the new information. And now interesting thing is that my mind, my intellectual body is almost completely overlapping with my emotional body, which is okay. I want my emotional body to dominate my intellectual body in this topic. I am lovable. My intellectual body was used to have objections and to think the opposite. But now I'm creating a visible change. With every line we draw here, we create a new reality because our brain gets the opportunity to rearrange reality by drawing these different sizes, by readjusting the sizes. Look at that. This was so big, now it's small. This was so small, now it's big. And these are the changes which we create here and now. Whew, yeah, that's very interesting, and I feel moved in myself. How do you feel? Where in your body do you feel the change? I myself feel a lot of heat in my feet at the moment. I feel some tiredness coming up, some kind of resistance, most probably. Tiredness in this case shows me that maybe better to leave everything and don't make the changes, because the change might be dangerous. Our brain always thinks that the familiar is safe and the change is like not wanted because it feels weird, and that's why it creates this resistance. And if you want change, we need to push through that resistance and do it anyway. We don't force it. We take our time. For example, we can like really slowly befriend ourselves with the new sizes of these bodies. And we do it, and we at the same time we accept our resistance, we feel into it. We can get headaches, we can feel the need to run away, to throw everything. This is the challenge if we want to create changes. And if you're here, if you're drawing, if you're interested in that, then you want to create your desired reality. So you know, there is something to do. You are able, you are in charge of your reality. You can do it. And the next thing, we will be creating connections between our circles. That's what we do. We create smooth intersections. In Neurographica, it's a very powerful step to create these intersections round and smooth. So we are creating, first I'm using now the new sizes of my circles representing my bodies, my emotional body, my physical body, intellectual body and also the spiritual body. So we have that system now, and what we do in the next step is we create connections of our bodies to the outside world by creating neural lines. The neural line is a line that flows organically. We lead it to where we do not expect to see it. We lead it, but we let it flow organically like a river, and we take care of connecting it nicely to our circles. So these neural lines are part of how Neurographica works and makes the new reality visible to our brain. So we focus on creating connections to the world around our reality, around our four bodies. And we feel into ourselves. What is coming up? What thoughts are coming up? Maybe the thought is coming up, is that safe? Can I be that open? Can I be exposed like that? In my case, because my emotional body grew that much, and I wanted to be like that. So I'm ready to accept it that way. And to let it be my new map. My new map, my brain is orienting and focusing on, which depends my actions. Maybe it allows me to be more gentle with myself in setting boundaries, for example, or in my inner dialogue about my achievements. Maybe it won't be saying mean things anymore about myself, because now I'm focusing on that new reality. And it feels more comfortable now also to be with others in my perception, because these lines which we draw right now are like connection lines to the outside world, which also includes other people, obviously. And what comes up for me is maybe I don't need to hide that much anymore. If I am aware of my worth and my lovability and treat myself nicely. So what we can do with all these lines which are inside there now, we can create lines that include those old sizes of the bodies. and we integrate them into our drawing. We make them part of our drawing, but not the main players anymore. So, and I'm creating new lines always, and I take care of the roundings. The rounding is the step that is literally creating the new connections. In our brain. So for example, I can also lead that here. And I can lead this line up here. And I can create one line going here. And all the lines which we create are helping our brain to understand the new imprint. And it helps you to create your desired reality. So now I'm working on my spiritual body, and it feels nice and supportive. It feels universal love and wisdom is also supporting my topic. I am lovable. You are lovable. How does that feel for you? Is that a new thought now? Maybe it is. And now, yeah, I can start from down there and also integrate these lines, which I want to dissolve, and I'll lead them up. And here as well, I dissolve these lines. They are not interesting anymore, these sizes. Not what I want in my life anymore. Creating more and more connections. I also lead lines from up through the whole drawing. And I add energy from through my body, along my spine, and up into the spiritual body. And create more and more lines in this upward directed direction. You can use these lines. Can you feel how you are bringing the energy up there, integrating all the bodies? And you do that as long as it feels enough. Observe your body reactions, your thoughts, your feelings. What is coming up? You are lovable. Is something coming up from your childhood? Some memories, something you don't need anymore, or something you need to see. in order to allow this new reality to come to you. Now I'm working on creating these intersections again, and I invite you to do the same in your drawings. All the lines that are intersecting are connected by rounding. Let them flow smoothly into each other. All the lines create one single system. All our bodies act as one system. They are not separate from each other. And we need all of them. All important. And for every topic, we need different sizes of our bodies. If I would have drawn on the topic of writing a dissertation, for example, I most probably would have wanted my intellectual body to be quite present. And maybe my emotions could have been a little bit smaller. So it really depends on your topics and what you want to create with your drawing. You can use these algorithms with all kinds of topics. And we always have these 4 bodies active in whatever we do. And sometimes bodies are more active than is helpful for the topic. And in that case, we can rearrange their sizes like we do it just now. So we take all the time that it is needed for the rounding, because this is creating the magic. It's not magic because we are creating it, but it feels really magical because it really works. So we draw as connected to our bodies as possible, as loving as possible with whatever comes up. I also recommend to write down whatever comes up. Maybe you have a notebook close by or some paper. Write down your new impressions. Maybe it's in your mind now that you might be lovable, or you feel some kind of, oh no, objections. Write everything down and see how it changes during the process of drawing. You will be also writing down words after the drawing, and usually these words show a major difference, like the words we draw before, we write before the drawing, and the words we write after the drawing. And while we are drawing, we dive deep into our subconscious and create the necessary arrangements in there. If topics are quite challenging for you to do that by yourself, I invite you to check out my guided healing offers. I usually have a few spots every week, 3 or 4, and we can dive very deep into your personal topics. I can guide you. Sometimes it's necessary to allow yourself to be guided. And obviously you can also find other Neurographica instructors who can help you in your personal processes. Can be very overwhelming to address very difficult topics alone. But it can also be a very powerful tool. That's why I'm offering that here, for doing it yourself. I mean, you're always doing the work by yourself. You're creating it with your own hands, and you will see the results Oh yeah, here are some more intersections to be integrated. You can write your questions in the comments. I'm happy to answer them. You can also post your drawings in my community, which I created newly. So that would be great to see your drawings there. So now I want to take a little bit bigger marker and go over the sizes of my bodies once again. Make them a little bit more visible than the lines which I created. I also want to make that emotional body very big and feel what is in here now. It feels expanding, joyful. It feels ready for life, ready to apply. I want to go over that again and again. I invite you to do the same. I am lovable. Feels like flying. It feels light, normal. It feels great. It feels like ready for the adventure. So I made that quite visible, and I changed the intersections because now they are not appropriate anymore. So I make it more part of the whole drawing. Feel excitement. Joy and a little bit of impatience. Yes, come on, let's do it. Let's act lovable. Kindness to ourselves. No need to wait for anybody outside to give kindness to ourselves. Now we are adults and we do it ourselves, and we stop grieving for what we didn't get from anyone sometime and who was being mean to us. And now we learn that we can stop being mean to ourselves and give us the kindness that we want to receive, that we always wanted to receive, by treating ourselves lovable. So please post your drawings in my community, and we can all add this energy by showing them, like we can make them, the drawings, visible to each other, and to confirm, yes, this is our new reality now. And all the drawings will look completely different. It's not about artistic skills, it's about creating our reality. And everybody creates the way he or she creates, and every way is completely individual and right. You can use any pens you have. Work on these intersections carefully. And these black markers are being used because they leave a very clear imprint to our minds. If we use pencils and work very lightly, we can also do that, but it has a different effect. So now we go one step deeper into our subconscious, and we activate our bodies by using colors. And you pick one of the bodies which you want to color now, and pick a color. I pick this one, and I want to start with my emotional body, and I apply the color on my emotional body. If you have, you can use highlighters, any color that is transparent so that you can see the lines and go over the lines and add the energy of your color to your body. If you're also drawing your emotional body, feel into what it is doing, add energy to it. Loving kindness. You are lovable. Put something soft here. And we create one harmonic imprint here for our body. I want my emotional body to be really full of this light red pinkish color, which feels the right way for me. I am lovable. That's what it confirms to myself. I am lovable. You can also use different colors for that if you want. I want one color for that emotional body, and it feels really good. And I want to draw my physical body, being my friend, in some dark blue. My physical body wants to know that now it can believe and store this new belief: I am lovable. And I will, this feels like the basis here, dark blue and stable basis. I also make it visible here and draw the overlapping circles a little bit careful, because I want the pink to be seen very nicely. So this is my physical body, my friend. So my intellectual body, what color will that be? Let's get some light blue, I guess. I will also make it visible here, but very little bit. This color tells me that my intellectual body is allowed to take it easy, to be light and like wind, a little bit like to be there, fresh wind for my intellectual body. And I see here some rounding can be improved. I can do that anytime. And my spiritual body is getting some purple. I'm going over all the lines and take the energy, or add the energy of this color to my spiritual body. It can remind me from its position connected to universal love and wisdom. It can always remind me that yes, 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 you are lovable. Woohoo! So, how is that feeling now for you, looking at your drawing? I can just emphasize that I feel expansion in my chest. And I feel I want to make that more visible. And I want to have this circle some more like heart energy, and I put some more red around it. Make it even more strong. Making the colors flow into each other as organic as possible. And I want the pink to be even more visible here as well. And I add more pink. So we add the colors according to what we feel and want in our drawing. Colors representing energies, supportive energies. They are connected deep to our subconsciousness, to our even collective subconsciousness, to archetypes. And what I feel here now, I want this former circle to be included now into the system, and I'm connecting it nicely here. And even this is also shape which is not yet connected, so I will add that connection here. My former circles sizes become part of this drawing. They don't need to completely disappear. They are part of our history, of our experiences, and we can thank them to have guided us to where we are today. Yeah, and even here we can do the same with these circles which have been dissolved. Make them part of the drawing. And then connect them wherever they intersect. If I look into myself, I feel a little unrest, excitement maybe, and also maybe some fear of the unknown. Not sure. It's fear, this unrest. Feels like my hands would be a little bit tingling even. Yes. So be aware of creating something new. Also creates fears and also this impulse of repulsion. It doesn't harm. It is part of the renewal process. It can be there. It's like our small inner child that wants some care and attention. And we can give it to them now. Be kind. We can tell ourselves everything is okay. We are in charge. We're creating something new for us. You are safe. You are loved. I love you. Can you say that to yourself? I love you. You are worthy. You are lovable. Oftentimes we want others to say that. And obviously they can do that and they can also say that. But deep in ourselves, if we don't feel lovable ourselves, even if other people are saying that, we don't believe them. So the basic work is exactly that. I am lovable. Yes, now I'm going to draw some of the colors, also let them flow into the background. I feel I want to have my intellectual feeling of ease and lightness. And I want to spread it here into the background, but I make sure that the background is soft. Like the main players are our four bodies. The background is light. There is the energy, but the main energy is focused on our circles. We are not intending to dissolve our shapes in the background. We add energy. I add this energy here. The light energy, light as wind. some of the heart energy somewhere, maybe here. In Neurographica, we make sure that we color 2 or more cells to each other. We don't leave single cells. So if I have white here, I want 2, 3 cells, that's fine. And I want some of my heart color here to support the field. You can take your time as long as it needs to color your drawing and make it as beautiful as you want it to be. We bring our drawings to the state where we personally feel satisfied with them. So, my body can be more visible, let's say more visible, more power. I add some more blue here, feels adequate. Our bodies listen to us all the times. They listen to all the things we don't want to be there, but we repeat them all the time. So be friendly to your body. By telling him the truth. The truth is you are lovable. It's not true that you are not worth. Yeah, but your body doesn't know that if you tell him all the time. So we can pick colors and beautify our drawings according to our needs and perceptions. How do you feel now? Did anything change? I feel, for example, that this wants to be seen as well, the middle circle, and I emphasize that this was my original size of my emotional body, and it was really, really working hard, being so small. And I appreciate that. It helped me all my life by being there. I even feel I want some orangey energy here, which I'm adding as well. So whatever you feel, you can add to your drawing. Give yourself all the support you need by the colors you choose. You can do that. loving kindness. You can find some disconnected lines anytime. I can connect them. Let them be part of the system. The more connections, the more options you have. The more pathways. You can always add something to your drawings or make adjustments, even days and weeks later, so don't hesitate to make adjustments whenever they feel needed into your drawings. And we intend to have smooth, colored fields. Like this hedging is something we want to actually make very smooth. That's what you can also do with the highlighters. Create like these big connected shapes with the colors, which help inviting the unknown, the yet unknown, the yet unfamiliar from the field, from the unconscious, from the depth of the unconscious. I feel some relief, some lightness in my body, and joy. And what I want to add before finishing this drawing, I want to add field lines. Field lines are lines that run through the whole drawing from one side to the other, inviting universal love and wisdom, or the divine, the absolute, however you call it, into your drawing. And the field lines are the thickest lines. That's why I'm using the thick marker. You can also use thinner marker and go over the lines again and again. And the field lines are also organically flowing neural lines And I want one more. You can use lines that are there. You can also create new ones if you feel like that. And obviously we will also work on connecting the lines to our drawing, to the whole system of the drawing. So now the connections. We're going over the field line and creating the connections. And also we feel what, and ask ourselves, what does it mean to us, these connections, these field lines now? What do they tell me? They tell me I am protected, I am guided at all times, no need to worry, no need to pull on the grass, move step by step, accept what is there in this moment. Be kind. Do your best. Don't judge yourself. All these things are coming up while I'm working on these field lines. So they are messages from the field, from universal love and wisdom, from God. However you want to call that force. For me, it's universal love and wisdom. It's universal and everywhere. Also in me and in you. There's only one universal love and wisdom, one God, absolute. The absolute is the absolute. So it can't be many. But there are many, many different expressions of the absolute, of God. We all are expressions of the absolute. We are all expressions of God, of the divine, of universal love and wisdom. We are all able, we are all lovable, we are all capable. We are all creating our realities. We are all creators all the time, if we are aware or not. So while you busy yourself with your field lines, listen to your own messages. You can perceive directly from above or from within, because it's an separate part of our reality. We are unseparate parts of universal love and wisdom. separate parts. This one more. So now let's look at our drawings. I feel this energy like flowing through me very strongly, especially through these field lines. And it's this upward moving energy. I added some one connection here. So I want to have this flow up here. Yeah, I can even have more connection here. I add some lines because I feel I want to add some more possibilities. And I draw them like from flowing up. They can be connected. You can check into your drawing. Do you want some more connections? And if you want, you can add them. Wherever you feel them. Yes, so that's how far I got. And the last step in this drawing, and in every drawing, is to write down words in 2 minutes after drawing, and that's what we do now. I call it topic 2.0, so we'll see what's coming up now after the drawing. And let's start. Woohoo! Yes, now look at your words. You can also compare them to the words you got before the drawing. So, what did this drawing do for you? How do you feel now after drawing? How did you feel before drawing? Do you feel lighter? Do you feel some expansion? Do you feel like something has shifted in you? Congratulations. And if you feel like completely in motion and like unrest and all these things, then also congratulations, because something got going. And do whatever you need to do now, like taking a shower, resting, or going outside for a walk. Do whatever your body wants. Drink some nice tea, drink lots of water, and enjoy the effects of your new ability to perceive you being lovable. You are lovable. Can you feel that now? Can you agree to that now? Please leave a comment about your experiences, your thoughts, your changes, your drawings, your drawing processes. You can also write me an email, drawyourselffree@gmail.com. Please also like this video. That helps YouTube to understand that people want to see these videos. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't done that before. And also check out my community, where you can yourself post your drawings and also your questions and comments. Looking forward to see your work. Looking forward to see you in one of my workshops maybe. You can also check the offers in my bio. And thank you for drawing with me. Thank you for your trust. And see you soon. Bye bye.